Welcome to Finance Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest stories out there right now. Tesla's absolutely massive, world-changing ambition to launch a fully autonomous robotaxi network.
Here's the big question on everyone's mind, especially if you're an investor. Is this for real? Is it a genuine trillion-dollar opportunity that's going to completely redefine how we get around? Or is it just the latest chapter in a long story of hype? Let's get into it.
All right, so first up, the name. At their big We Robot event, Tesla finally gave it an official name, the Cybercab. Kinda cool, right? But what exactly is it?
Well, what they showed off is this really slick-looking two-seater electric vehicle. And this isn't just a modified car. It's designed from the ground up, specifically for autonomous ride-hailing.
And here is where it gets really wild. Get this, no steering wheel, no pedals. I mean, this isn't a car you can just hop into and drive. Nope, this thing is designed from day one to drive you.
And the price you're aiming for? Around $30,000, which you gotta admit is a pretty aggressive price point for what they're promising.
But wait, there was more. They also dropped a total surprise on everyone, something they're calling the Robovan. Think bigger, like an autonomous shuttle that can carry up to 20 passengers.
Okay, so what's the big picture here? Because it's definitely not just about a cool new car. No. This is about a massive vision. A vision Elon Musk claims could be worth, wait for it, $5 trillion. Yeah, let's unpack that hype. So the engine behind all this, the very heart of the operation, is Tesla's full self-driving software, FSD. The key thing to understand here is the tech. Unlike most competitors who use things like LiDAR, Tesla is betting the whole farm on visual neural networks. They're basically teaching the AI to see and interpret the world just like a human does.
Now this number right here, this is the whole ballgame. This is the core of their entire business model. They're projected an operating costs of just 20 cents a mile. I mean, think about that. That is a tiny fraction of what a traditional Uber or Lyft costs. It's unbelievably disruptive. If, and that is a very big if, they can actually pull it off.
And all of this leads right back to that jaw-dropping number. Musk himself has gone on record saying a successful robotaxi network could propel Tesla's valuation to a staggering $5 trillion. It's a number so big it's hard to even wrap your head around, and it has absolutely captivated the market.
But okay, let's pump the brakes for a second. That's the dream. But for all that incredible hype, there's an equal and opposite dose of skepticism out there. It is time for a serious reality check because the road ahead is filled with some massive hurdles.
In fact, after that big reveal event, the one word a lot of experts and analysts kept using to describe it was unimpressive. Yeah, pretty brutal. So why the cold shoulder? Let's take a look. Well, a lot of the skepticism really just boils down to a lack of detail. The event was super light on firm timelines and really unclear on hardware specifics. You combine that with some of the public mishaps we've all seen, like FSD driving in the wrong lane, and you can see why there's some serious doubt. And you can actually see this uncertainty playing out in the stock price. So far this year, Tesla's stock has actually been lagging behind the broader market, the S&P 500. It suggests investors are feeling pretty cautious about these huge long-term promises.
But, and with Tesla, there's always a but, you have to see the other side of the coin. To really get Tesla, you have to appreciate its volatility. Yeah, it's lagging this year, but zoom out and look at the past year. The stock is up over 98%. It's the classic high-risk, high-reward story.
This table really drives that point home. Just look at that insane 52-week range. And notice the trading volume today is a bit below average. Sometimes that can be a signal that investors are just waiting, watching from the sidelines for more proof before they jump in.
Okay, so beyond the tech and the market hype, there is one obstacle that pretty much every analyst agrees is the single biggest threat to Tesla's vision, and that is regulations.
And this is a really complex global puzzle. In the US, you've got states like Texas that are more permissive and allow for faster rollouts. But then you look over at the European Union, and it's a completely different story. They have way stricter approval processes focused on privacy and safety, like the GDPR regulations. This isn't a problem that Tesla can just innovate its way out of.
So, with all this incredible hype and all these very real hurdles, how should you think about this as an investor? Let's try to build a potential playbook for getting some exposure to this autonomous future.
You know, the first rule of investing in something this high risk is usually diversification. So instead of betting everything on Tesla succeeding, you can think about investing in the whole ecosystem that supports the entire autonomous vehicle trend.
So here are a few ideas. You could look at a company like NVIDIA, which makes the essential AI chips that basically power these systems. Or if you want broader, more balanced exposure, you could consider AI and robotics ETFs like ARKQ or BOTZ.
So, here's a simple three-step framework you could use. 1. Treat Tesla itself as the high-growth speculative part of your portfolio. 2. Consider a company like NVIDIA as a bet on the underlying hardware, the picks and shovels that powers the whole revolution. And 3. Maybe use ETFs to allocate a smaller percentage, say 5%, for balanced exposure across the whole sector.
And this brings us right back to our central question. The potential reward is astronomical, but the risks, from the tech to the regulators, are very, very real. So, is the future of transport a calculated risk worth taking? Well, that's the multi-trillion-dollar question you have to answer for your own portfolio.
Hey, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. It really motivates us to keep posting. Thanks so much for watching.